guys, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, we are going to be reacting to something new. We are going to be checking out a channel called My Story Animated because you guys have been telling me in the comments that you guys want to see me watch some of their videos, and I scrolled through their page and to say the least, this channel looks pretty interesting. There's a lot of spicy, juicy thumbnails and I thought, you know what, might as well check it out because I found a specific video and this video is called I Followed My Crush to the Basement. I Instantly Regretted It. And I thought, you know what, why not watch it? Why not check it out? Because it seems to be a pretty popular video, so that's exactly what we're gonna do today. Also guys, if you guys have not, be sure that subscribe button and join the family. Hit that bell notification so you guys never miss a video, and also be sure to smash a like, and as this video gets to 20,000 likes, I will do another video reacting to another story time animated on this channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, let's see what this video is all about. I'm not sure what to expect. Never look down on anybody unless you're helping them up. Okay.
I was running through the rain trying to get home as quickly as possible when I noticed my crush James
Every anime in the beginning ever.
onto the school grounds.
Ooh.
I didn't want him to see me like this.
Yeah, she's wearing a white shirt and that never ends well, ladies. We all know.
To the bone, looking like a drowned rat. But I had to know what he was up to.
We're like 5 seconds into the video. Is she stalking her crush?
I swear, he turned around and looked right at me. I didn't know if I was seeing things, but it even looked like he smiled at me. Wait, did
Ooh.
he want me to follow him?
Nobody wants to be stalked or followed, okay? This girl's a little obsessive and crazy, if I do say so myself.
I was going to tell him how I felt.
Whoa,
the moment
girl.
I'd waited for my whole life, but then I saw him climbing into the tornado shelter, and that should have been my first warning not to keep following him, because things were about to get super weird. I couldn't see anything, so I used the flashlight on my phone and realized he'd already gone down the stairs. Never been this close to James before, just the two of us.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Except we weren't alone. As soon as I closed the lid, I heard a girl's voice. No! I started panicking.
Oh no, somebody already beat her to it. Someone else is also stalking her crush. Imagine.
Pushed the lid to climb back out, but it wouldn't open. No matter how hard I pushed it, it didn't budge.
That is embarrassing. I feel the secondhand embarrassment is about to go down.
Me and James down there, it would have been quite exciting. But
Ooh.
suddenly I heard a kissing sound.
He probably already has a girlfriend.
I was stuck in a tornado shelter with my crush and his
I knew it! I knew it! Oh my gosh.
by the sounds of things. I didn't want them to know I was there. I tried to keep as quiet as possible. I could hear them laughing, and then the girl said, "Did anyone see you come in here? I hope we didn't get caught." And James replied, "No, I don't think so."
Okay, it's like they know that they're being followed though. Who says that in the middle of whatever?
I wanted to cry.
This is
It
so
felt like
sad.
He shoved a knife through my heart, and then I felt angry. This was literally the most embarrassing situation to ever be in.
And you, lady, are the reason why it is. Duh. Who even does this kind of
I
stuff?
gave the lid one final push, but I pushed too hard. The
Oh,
next
no.
moment, I lost my footing and was rolling down the stairs.
Oh,
I landed
no.
with a thump and blacked out for a second. When I opened my eyes, James and his girlfriend were standing over me.
I'm pretty sure at this point in the situation, they don't even care if you were okay because you were out there stalking them during a tornado when your crush had a girlfriend.
And said, "Did you follow me here? What are you playing at? Come on, babe, let's bounce." Then they just
Oh.
left me lying there and headed up the stairs. Tell them that we were trapped down there, but they'd soon discover it for themselves. I
Oh,
could hear
no.
James bashing on the lid of the shelter. And
Oh,
then he
no.
shouted down to me and asked if I'd done this.
What? No way. Well, obviously this is gonna end very badly because they're all trapped in the basement together and nothing good ever happens in the basement, kids, okay? I just want to say that.
I did not find this funny. I wanted to shout up at him. Gosh, what would he say if he knew how much I wished I were his girlfriend, not that dumb blonde girl?
What's wrong with being the dumb blonde, okay? What's with the blonde slander? I didn't choose the blonde life. The blonde life chose
He
me.
started shouting about how he had to get out ASAP because the next day was his big football game that was going to guarantee him a scholarship to a top college.
Oh,
he
no.
said he had to get it.
Wow, I love the dramatic animation with him just freaking out.
No, this was a disaster. Then looked around with my flashlight on my phone and realized there was literally nothing down there except for some sandbags and an old scratchy blanket. I was shivering. My phone was on 10%. No signal down there anyway. I held my breath as they came down the stairs. They were arguing, and James's girlfriend came right up to me and said, "This is all your fault."
I mean, technically, it really is all her fault.
James told her to try and calm down, and I learned her name was Amy. She must have gone to another school.
Whoa, Amy be looking kind of double kicked up on a Tuesday night.
Neither of them had signal either, and soon they started screaming for help. Rain was so loud, no one would hear us. Told them I'd been trying to shelter from the rain because I'd forgotten my umbrella. But Amy didn't buy it. No one had ever been so mean to me before. All of us were in a bad mood. We'd all have to spend the night down there. So I found a corner as far away from Amy as possible and lay down. I was so thirsty, and even though the shelter luckily had a small toilet, I covered my ears because I was afraid I'd hear them kissing.
Ew!
I must have fallen asleep because the next moment I found myself waking up to hearing a rustling sound. I looked over at Amy, and even though I couldn't see anything, I knew she was eating something.
Okay, that is a little concerning at a first glance. I don't even want to know what's going on over there. Just saying.
I couldn't believe she had food with her and wasn't sharing it. Finally, morning came.
Imagine that's her crush on the phone screen.
Soon, I wouldn't even know what time it was. I was bursting for the toilet.
Ew!
And of course, then I noticed there was a light switch outside the toilet. I clicked on it, not expecting it to work, and suddenly the whole shelter was flooded with light.
The whole time they just didn't look for a light switch?
Quickly pulled the blanket up and told me to look away. Oh my gosh, were they not wearing clothes?
What? Okay, wait, what? Okay, this is just going so many directions. I'm so confused. That's so gross.
He just laughed and said everyone knows that body heat is the best way to survive in cold weather. I realized how pretty Amy was. How could I have thought James would ever be interested in someone like me when he had Amy? I could hear the school bell and feet walking over us, but no one heard me scream.
Okay, how did they not hear it though? I mean, come on.
James was complaining about being hungry and Amy too, but I knew Amy had eaten something in the night. James suddenly sounded happy. Under the sandbags, he'd found some old bottles of water. Looked disgusting,
Ew.
but I'd have drunk anything by that point. Both James and I downed like a liter each. Amy refused. Then about an hour later, I started getting a weird pain in my stomach.
I knew it.
Oh no. I had to run and almost puked my guts up. And I wasn't the only one. James raced in after me, and at one point, we were both lying on the floor, taking it in turns to vomit. Not exactly what I had in mind for our first date.
That ain't no date, girl. You need some help.
Then I noticed an empty soda bottle behind the toilet. Had
That's
Amy
sus.
secretly had a bottle of soda and not told us? First day seemed to fly by. Nighttime came, and James and Amy got into a huge fight. Secretly, it made me happy to see them argue. James deserved better. It was tense. I didn't know what to do, so I just stayed quiet and pretended to be asleep. A while later, I heard someone saying my name.
It was a ghost. Imagine it's like a
He
ghost.
said he could hear my teeth chattering and that I should come and share their blanket. But if Amy
What?
woke up and saw me, she'd go mental. I didn't care about her though. James was actually being kind of nice to me, so I climbed under the blanket next to him. Our legs were almost touching. That woke Amy up, and when she saw me, I thought she was going to explode. James wanted to keep the peace, so he snuggled into her and left me lying there all alone. But I couldn't stop thinking about the moment we just shared. And during the night, I decided to try and get closer to him. But then I heard something. They were kissing. I was watching them, wishing it was me he was kissing. I couldn't stop staring. James didn't go back to sleep. He waited until Amy was snoring next to him.
There's just so much weird, unexpected. Like, I thought this was gonna be a cute little story, but this is getting crazy.
He reached out his hand and grabbed mine.
No!
I felt like my heart was going to explode, and I so badly wanted to get closer to him. In the morning, though, I was lying there all alone. I smiled at James, and he smiled back. We just sat around quietly. At one point, James almost fainted. I mean, we were all starving. I just kept napping, and when I woke up from one of my naps, James and Amy were eating biscuits.
They got biscuits? Okay, where are these people getting all this random food?
I could almost feel the saliva pouring out of my mouth. Amy would offer me one, but she didn't.
Of course
I
not.
ate them all, and after that, I didn't speak to either of them. I was so mad. But once Amy had fallen asleep, James reached into his pocket and handed me a biscuit. The next few nights, we got into a bit of a routine. After Amy fell asleep, we'd lie there and hold hands. And one night, James came right up to me, and I could tell he was about to kiss me.
I can't handle this. Like, guys, make it stop. This animation is too much for me.
After we'd been down there for like 6 days, things were really starting to smell.
I'm pretty sure if they were down there for 6 days, they probably would have died by then.
Amy still looked good. That day I noticed she didn't get up, so I told her I'd just seen a huge spider. Never seen her run so fast. I just had this feeling she was hiding something.
She was,
like another
huh?
pack of biscuits. But I found something much bigger. Under
Really?
where she'd been sitting was a loose part of the floorboard.
No.
I lifted it up and couldn't believe what I was seeing. There was so much stuff down there.
This is getting very weird.
Food, a battery pack, even clothes.
What?
Oh my gosh, what was going on? James appeared to find the spider. I whispered that Amy had been hiding stuff. James came running over and pulled out her phone. He knew her password and typed it in quickly. Then he
The
saw some
plot
messages
twist.
that said things like, I need to find a way to stop him going off to college.
No, she was that mad that he wanted to go to college, so she planned this? But how would she know that she was gonna be stalking the whole time and like they were all gonna get locked down there? It doesn't make sense.
As he was reading them and I was eating one of her secret chocolate bars,
Huh.
she came down the stairs. What are you doing? She screamed.
She's gonna be
but
mad.
It was too late. We'd caught her red-handed. Eventually, she broke down and said that she didn't want James to leave her for college. So she
Oh.
planned this. But she had only meant for them to be stuck down there for 1 or 2 days.
How is that actually gonna end though? I haven't got to the ending.
I'd ruined it all by turning up and getting them locked in here.
But she was gonna lock them in.
She'd been talking, I'd been digging around, and inside a pair of her socks was a key. I held
What?
it in my hands and watched as James went crazy at Amy. He dated such a psycho, and that she'd officially ruined his life. Then the best part of all, he turned to me and apologized. He'd realized how amazing I was.
Don't
and had
trust
enjoyed
it.
our sneaky hand-holding sessions while Amy slept.
That's
At
cheater
that,
energy.
Amy went berserk. She ran towards me and I quickly jumped away. Then I watched as she dug around inside her secret hiding place. Looking for this? I asked, swinging the key in my hand. And I turned to James and said, she's been hiding this key the whole time.
The
Before
whole
Amy could
time.
get to it, I ran up the stairs and undid the lock. James was right behind me and we both climbed out and collapsed onto the ground laughing.
Why would they laugh about that? They almost died in a basement and they're all crazy.
As Amy climbed out, I thought she was going to kick me or something, but she just stormed off. And James shouted after her, "That's right, keep walking." James turned to me and gave me the biggest kiss ever. You could see the
Ew!
janitor running towards us. And before all
Cooties!
hell broke loose with our parents about where we'd been for the past week, James asked for my number. And now we're about to go on our first proper date. The worst week of my life just became the best week.
That was the weirdest animation story that I've probably ever watched. I didn't expect any of those things to happen, to be fair. It was so weird that I did not see it coming. Anyways, that was my story animated, and let me know if you guys want me to react to any more of their other crazy stories, because that one was insanely weird. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think that they should date? I personally don't think it's a good idea. But guys, it's gonna do it for today's video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you guys have not joined the family. Hit that bell notification so you guys never miss a video. And be sure to drop a like. And like I said, if this video gets to 20,000 likes, I will do more videos like today's video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!